ready. We ready to go live. And we're live. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Saturn Day. Whew, that took a while to just get set up. We are having a wonderful Saturday, and I'm really happy for you to be joining us today. We are live on the Numa Nursery YouTube channel, as well as the Moringa Growers Co-op Facebook group. So I thank you all for joining us. It's a beautiful Saturday out here at the farm. We just got 2.5 acres out in Plant City, and I used to work here about 5-6 years ago, and I'm doing a rent-to-own for my friend's dad. It's beautiful. You can see we have a little greenhouse in the back here. We built this up, and we're sprouting moringa seeds. We love moringa. Moringa is a complete protein, and actually every part of the tree is completely edible. You can grow moringa in tropical regions and even in Alaska. And if you subscribe, like, follow, and share, and join and join us in on this mission. Wow. I should have tied this down before I started. Maybe I can tie it down now. I wonder. Oh, I can. I have some tape. Don't worry. Don't you worry. We are on the fly. There we go. This is the joy of going live. Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, that won't happen again. Thank you. What was I saying? How much I love moringa and how much I'm glad that you're here joining us today. It's Saturday and we're enjoying it. We've had several customers already come in today. They got some powder, moringa powder, some loose leaves, kilo orders, some tea. Speaking of tea, my favorite drink in the whole world is moringa tea. We actually added yerba mate to this mix. Whoa. Ooh, that's super strong. A lot of yerba mate, a lot of moringa. So the thing is the trick is if you drink something warm on a hot day, it actually cools you down. It's beautiful out here. We're out here at 2.5 acres in Plant City. I even have my Moringa Smoothie. This is frozen bananas, some strawberries, some almonds, some sunflower seeds, some granola, flax seeds, some moringa seed oil, and as well as some powder, moringa powder. This is great. I'm mostly a liquid diet. I'm mostly on a liquid diet. I might have a meal in the afternoon or in the evening, maybe like a sandwich, moringa sandwich with moringa bread and even some moringa leaves, fresh moringa leaves on that sandwich. But I'm mostly consuming liquid. I love it. It's really good for the digestion. It keeps me flowing throughout the day. I can just take a couple sips. I don't feel bogged down. This is a complete source of protein. Moringa is a complete source of protein. Wow, it's been a great week. We have so much to go over. If you have any questions at any time throughout the video, please ask a question. I can see it here on the screen. I was just saying that we have seeds, moringa seeds, beautiful, beautiful PKM1, all organic. These were grown in the state of Florida, in Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So these are super, super fresh. We actually have one of our partners here today, Ed, one of our new moringa affiliates. And he's pressing the seeds with us today as an investment opportunity. He's got some seeds that he brought in, and we're pressing the seeds together as a team, and we're actually getting together a super, super special deal here in the near future where we're going to offer some moringa oil as a package with some powder. This was literally just about a week or 2 weeks after settling, so it comes out of the machine, and he is going at it. He's been here every day for the last couple of days, just pressing seeds, and after a few days it settles, and it becomes super clear. Beautiful moringa seed oil. I mean, I've been rubbing this on my face for years. I'm actually 94 years old. Just kidding. But it's for the skin, the hair, the nails, cuts, bruises. It helps with creaky bones and creaky doors. You can use moringa seed oil like I did in my smoothie. It's a wonderful additive on your salads and your soups, and just all around is a really great. Hey, thanks, Lana. Really great to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining us today. And actually, we're going to be on a free webinar this Thursday evening, coming up in the next couple days. So join us. It's going to be 9 p.m. this Thursday, and we'll go over some more details about the webinar. I'll have a little graphic that you guys can see. I'll send it in an email. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Moringa Growers Co-op email list. Actually, you'll get a free book if you do, and it's called The Fast Track to Success. This Fast Track to Success is a quick read. It's about 10 pages. It goes in, it talks about how you can become a Moringa Growers Co-op affiliate grower, seller, learner. You know, just learn with us. Take some time like Lena. Lena's here with us every week. She's in the webinars. She's getting back to eat. She's asking questions. She's making comments on the videos, and she's finding people in her area that are growing moringa trees. And so if you are anywhere watching this now and you want to link up with somebody in your local neighborhood, that's what the Moringa Growers Co-op is a place and a hub for all of our moringa growers around the world, around the country, to just get together and find out, you know, what are their growing practices? Where are you? What are you doing in your local area to grow moringa? And what are the types of things that you have to do to get going? Because, you know, here even we have a greenhouse to get started because it's on an automatic watering system. And also it helps from overwatering, say if it downpours. Also it helps if it frosts over the wintertime, and it prevents the frost from hitting the leaves. So this time of year, it's spring, you can sprout these moringa seeds, which you can actually get at moringagrowerscoop.org. You can go right to our website. We're getting the website going. And you can get these really, really nice moringa trees, seeds and trees. We actually have a special right now. You can get 10 free moringa trees with a starter kit. And it comes with seeds as well. And just get started. If you've never tried moringa or heard about moringa till now, I encourage you to pick out that 10 free tree starter kit. You'll get some seeds and you'll get 10 free trees, and just start learning about the trees. Actually, these little babies just came out. They just sprouted out. It shot out maybe about a week. Took about a week to go from 0 to 100, and now they're ready. You know, it's ready to go. So, Actually, good thing I ate it just above that sprout there. Just above that fork right there, because it just so happens that it's probably going to resprout from that little piece right there. Yeah, and that's all right. I'm just an elephant out in the wild, just coming around, grazing and eating. Don't be worried, because moringa is a food source. Don't be worried about hurting your moringa tree. The only thing that you can do to hurt the tree is if you just maybe neglect it for too long. That's the thing, like people are neglecting these trees and they're still growing. Hey, someone here is from Arizona. Tim and Debbie, welcome. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are having a good winter. I know it's been tough out there. Arizona seems to have a lot of wind, a lot of sand, and it really beats those leaves down. So if you can somehow get them protected, maybe with a windbreak somehow, you know, maybe you can start growing the moringa trees as a windbreak. They'll lose their leaves in the wintertime, so maybe you can find something or get a protected area that will protect the trees in the wintertime. So here we are. We're getting in. We are getting into the week, so happy chapter. Happy Saturday. We go live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give or take, you know, because I just got customers coming in. We're open between 10 and 2. Sometimes it's just me. And we actually got a really, really big order that just came in. And she got a bulk order, a couple kilos of powder, a kilo of loose leaf, And she's going to be breaking that down and selling it on her website. She's going to sell it at her table at her farmer's market that she attends, and she's going to sell it to her friends and family in a little bit smaller packages. And that's what we encourage you to do, and that'll help support yourself and also the co-op as we get this cooperative started. I'm just going to go in here. If you need to call us, I'll have the phone back on after this. You can call us at 813-690-6516. If you'd like to text us, you can text us at 813-567-3100, and I'll get it right here. Actually, I'll get it right now. I have this one on right now. Alrighty, we had lots of great questions this week. I want to go ahead and dive deep into here. If you have any questions about the moringa tree, the industry, the cooperative, the economics, you know, this is a big question right now that I'll answer here, is the economics of moringa. Let's see here. And how does someone make money growing moringa on their property? That's a really great question, because that's why we're here. That's why people want to start growing moringa. It's a cash crop, you know. Between 2020, beginning to the end of 2020, having a website with powder, loose leaf, tea, oils, spice, capsules, seeds, and then making some of the cosmetic products like deodorants and salves, and just really staying busy making handmade products, we made $100,000. You know, and so I appreciate everybody that supported us, been patient with the orders. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than expected, you know. We're not Amazon. We need a little bit of extra time. We're putting everything together by hand, and I'm having to go out and harvest the trees, dry them, package them, and then get them going, as well as doing the customer service and answering questions. And so it's a real business. And Cameron came in and she was really excited about getting her business started, because she's been watching these videos for years and watching the development, and really happy to have came out here, seen the operation for real, knowing that we're getting it going. If you want to come out, please come on out. We're available every day between 10 and 2. We're in Plant City, and we would love for you to come visit for a few minutes with us as we get the property going. I'll give you a quick little tour. I'll show you around, answer some questions. And if you'd like to get a consultation with me, it's now 50% off at moringagrowerscoop.org. You could go to moringagrowerscoop.org, get a half off consultation. Use the code CONSULT50 to get a consultation with me, 50% off. If you have any in-depth questions particular to your particular project, to your property. Okay, I would love to help go in with you. We can get on a Zoom or something, even if you want to come in for an hour. And it's 50% off now, just for the next, I think, week or so. Alrighty. Anybody have any questions? Please go ahead and make a comment here. I'd be happy to help. There was a really great set of questions from a couple that came in last Sunday. And let's see here. Where is it? Yes. Really great questions. We've got growers now in Seffner, Riverview. Is this who it was? Let's see here. Someone's looking for a moringa tree. Okay, just want to make sure. This was a really great couple of questions. I really want to get to it. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. All right, David and Leanne from Waimama. Thanks for coming by to visit. They are interested in getting their acreage started. So the economics, if you're especially just getting started and you've got an 8-acre property, you know, if this is your 8-acre property, just focus on, you know, a little piece right now. If you've never grown anything before, if you've never experienced the seasons and planting, especially in a commercial setting, just start with a small portion of your entire property. Let's just go with 8 acres, and then we'll have it down to 1. Okay, so just start with your 1, and then we have 1 here. If this will be your 1. And we want to talk about the economics of moringa. This is a big question, and if you get on the webinar, we can go in further specifically to your project, especially how you could earn some cash from moringa and how fast you could earn cash with moringa. So we've talked about this many times over the past year or so, and things are really starting to develop with the directors. We've had several interested directors apply actually this past week, and we need more help. We do need more help still. So we possibly have the membership. Oh, my pleasure. Someone's saying that they got the seeds, the kit, and they got a seed pod already. Awesome. Yes, drumsticks can form within the first year of growing the moringa tree. We actually just popped some of our flowers off of some of our early trees, our young trees, and our cuttings, because I want them to bush out. I don't want them to just start forming drumsticks right away. I want there to be a little bit more of a branchy set of leaves and branches, so that way there's many more drumsticks, many more flowers. So if you really just have 1, say this is your cutting, yeah, and it's growing up, and you have 1 and it starts to flower, right? And this is in a pot or in the ground, and it starts to flower. Go ahead and pop, cut that off, so that way it branches out. Okay, and then you'll have a little bit more branches, and then cut that off, and then you'll have more branches. Okay, because every time you cut it, it's going to branch, and so then you won't necessarily have this centerpiece anymore, and then you just keep doing it. You may not want like a downward one, so you might want to cut that off, right? And then you wouldn't have a downward one. You might want to cut that off. It might regrow again like this, and just keep doing that in order to go ahead and get your branchy tree. Every time you cut it back, it gets more and more bushy. Every single time you cut it, it's going to get bushy. So just don't be afraid, like what I did here, like in the wild, to cut your trees back at any time, because even if this stem dies and you're watering it and you're taking care of it, it's going to regrow a whole new stem. It's going to grow the root system. It's not always what you see above. It's kind of what is also inside the soil, your soul, okay? It's what's inside there, and we all have a nice, beautiful root system that's growing, our nervous system. Same thing with this. You might not see that we have a nervous system inside, but we need it, and it's there. It's just like the tree. I got another one here. Don't worry. We have more. We have thousands and thousands and thousands of trees right now already sprouted. We shipped out over 200 trees this week alone. People are ordering trees by themselves. People are ordering the trees with the starter kit. People are ordering also a lot of seeds. So if they're yellowing, or they're lanky, or they're not really growing really strong, and you're like, what's going on? Go ahead and just cut that tree back and just let it resprout. Every time it gets tall and lanky, just kind of cut it back and it will resprout a whole new tree and a whole new branch. Bada bing. Alrighty. So, okay. These were some really great questions. I told her that I was going to answer these in the video too. Okay. Last week we mentioned that and this is for commercial, right? This would be for a large 8-acre property. This is commercial. These are the kind of people we want in the room right now. We have over 300 local properties. These are residential growers. These are growers with small backyards. So if you have a backyard. Say this is your house, right? That's your house. And this is your maybe garage. And this is maybe your driveway. Maybe this is your driveway, right? Then you would start off with just kind of having a hedge. You would have a hedge condition. All my things fell down during the hurricane. All right. All right, we're back. Oh, and it did it again. That's why sometimes people like to be in studios and do this inside, but I love being outside. I get the wind. I was just saying last night, man, I wish there was more wind out here. And sure enough, I manifested it because now the wind is coming. Okay. So you're gonna wanna start with a hedge. What's that? You need some? Need some moringa in your life? Yes, you do. You definitely need some moringa in your life. Start off with a hedge. If you're just a moringa grower in your backyard, just start off with a hedge condition in your backyard. See how many trees you can get with that hedge. It's one of the ways to get going. Maybe plant 10, 15, 50. We have a lot of moringa trees actually in Tampa, downtown Tampa, just backyards just like this. And we have them filled out with an entire hedge condition. Let me get a little closer here. Wonderful. You can hear Ed, he's pressing the seeds right now. We're getting tons and tons of oil right now. So this would say maybe be your residential. We've got two classes of membership right now. We've got residential and we've got commercial. Back before, like in 2020, we talked a lot about residential. We have a lot of videos in the past that talked about residential growing, about how to get it going, about how to start growing it in raised beds intensely, even just in a small scale in your backyard, and even just planting out a couple a little bit further apart. What's wrong with getting your whole entire backyard established with trees? Because the more trees you have, the more money you could possibly make. Now we're going back to this commercial model, and this is actually with one of our potential potential member directors here. Thanks, John, for joining us. I can see that you're in the room. I really appreciate you for joining us. And if this is backwards on the Facebook group, you can always jump over to the Numa Nursery YouTube channel. We're live also there now, and it'll be flipped around so that way you guys can see it a little bit more clear. But I always post in here just so that way you can at least hear what I'm talking about and you can kind of guess what I'm saying, because a lot of times I just draw diagrams and things anyways. So we're focused right now. We're focused extremely on this commercial scale. We need to really focus on the commercial growers, and this does apply for the residential growers, but it's not going to be at this level, at this scale. And John's going to potentially help us develop these membership packets to determine the cost. This is a big issue right now. A lot of questions are being asked about what is the cost for membership? What is the cost for membership? And there's a little bit of, we don't want it to come out of your pocket. We want you to be able to have some trees on the property that's also paying this potential cost back. And we have to run a lot of numbers. And my job here for you every single week is to be transparent in the process and let you know where we are and what we're thinking and what it's going to cost, because it's all determined by the labor. You know, if it's not me that's coming out there to do the property, to do the installations and to do the testing, the soil testings and the checkups, we still have to pay that person that's coming out there to do those things. And so that's the only reason why there would be a cost to membership. Essentially, think about this as starting your own business. This is essentially going to be your own moringa business. Okay? You're an owner. You're an owner of the co-op. As a member of the co-op, you're receiving kickbacks in dividends yearly, and we might even figure out if we can get it to monthly. If the co-op is when the co-op is profitable, once we have a positive revenue stream, because right now we're really not selling a lot of products. We have a few things on the Moringa Growers Co-op website. We have some seeds, we have some trees, we have some powder, little things here and there. But that's why John's going to potentially help us even get some more sales going. You know, with the directors positions that are open, we're looking for sales directors and assistants and representatives and affiliates to help us really get this profitable, get this flowing, get this money coming in, so that way we could potentially make some profits and kick it back to the members. Everyone is an even owner of this co-op, especially if you're growing moringa trees. It's the Moringa Growers Co-op. You have to grow moringa trees to be a member. Now, you don't have to grow moringa trees to be a director. You know, these are salary directors that don't need to necessarily have trees or grow trees, but we help to manage all of the growers together. A co-op equals marketing. Okay? We are marketing for the growers in the co-op. Essentially, that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm doing here today. Is I'm helping the moringa growers sell their greens. And so if you're in the Moringa Growers Co-op group and you're trying to sell your greens on there, if you notice that maybe your posts haven't been showing up, is because you haven't actually contacted me directly or the co-op directly to see if you can sell with the co-op. I mean, there's going to be costs involved in advertising your moringa, and that's what the membership is. So essentially, if you need help marketing and selling your moringa as a farmer, as a grower, the co-op does that for you, and your membership pays for that service. That's what the membership is. So membership, just remember that. Membership, when someone says, hey, I want to be a member, I'd like to be a member, we're marketing. And we have that here. Membership is essentially, the cost of membership is the cost of marketing your moringa. So if you need 1,000 kilos to be sold, and you're on this commercial 8-acre property, and you have 1,000 kilos that need to get sold, we have to figure out how much it costs to advertise a kilo of powder or loose leaf, and we'll determine your membership fee by the amount of greens that you need to get sold and you want to get sold. If you want to only sell 50 kilos out of the 100 kilos that you have, then your membership is really only going to be determined by the amount of greens that you'd like to get sold. And so we're a marketing agency, and that's what the co-op does together, is we work together to market and sell your greens. All right, hopefully everybody's doing well with us today. And this Saturday we have so many things to go over, and this is why we'd love to get you in the room this Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a free webinar for us to get in, and we're going to be talking economics of membership, because this is the big question that David and Leanna have been asking. Because right now we've talked about this $15,000 membership fee for potentially I don't even know. We just have kind of been like, what does that cost, and what is this? What does this entail? You know, it entails marketing. You know, it entails soil testing. It's going to entail site visits. It's possibly going to entail installation up to 1 acre, just for right now. Because if you've never had experience and you don't know exactly the process of growing, we don't want you to do the whole 10 acres and then the next year find out that this is not the right thing for you. We want to kind of ease you into it. Luckily, moringa is the fastest growing tree in the world, so Even if you just spent the first year with us learning, if you've never grown anything before, spend the first year with us. And for this potential, that we're just setting a number in there. I don't want to lose you if you're like, oh my God, it's 15,000. I'm not doing that. No, it's something that is going to be pieced out, you know, per visit. You know, this is like a year. This is like a whole year. So if this is 10 acres, you know, we'll do 10. And we have a whole year. So from 0 to 1 year, you know, we're going to have installments. You know, every month we're going to get you to a point where, oh, this month we're going to help you. We're going to come out and say you needed some soil and you needed the mounds. You know, you need some help making the rows. You know, also design. I'm an architect, and so one of the best tools that I have that I can offer to the co-op is an exclusive opportunity to get a design by Kendrick Henry. And that's the thing, is that I'm branding myself as this farm architect. I'm really only interested in building and designing farms. And if you need a house built, I can only build a house if it's on a farm. That's my rule. I'm really only willing and able to do farmhouses right now. And even right now, I'm really focused on building my farmhouse. I'm tearing this trailer down. I'm going to be building a house on this property here very soon. And it's one of my passions and goals is to create farms and profitable, sustainable farms. And the houses that go on them, they're a little bit different than, say, a house in the neighborhood. I love the farmhouse concept and design because it's just really exciting spaces to me. Yeah. So what's going to be involved in this 15K potentially within the first year, hold on here, is design, possibly installation of up to X amount of trees. Okay? And it's going to be a fair price at cost. So cooperatives operate at cost, and they return all the profits back to the owner members. So if you're an owner member and you spend $15,000 and we then become profitable within X amount of time, you're going to see kickbacks from that. This is an investment opportunity. You have to spend a year to 3 to 5 years putting some money into it before you start seeing a return, okay? This is what I've done with this business here. I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting my Moringa business started over the past 5-6 years. And here we are now, just now starting to see some money starting to come in. We're still not profitable. We're still really operating really at that at cost line right now. And it's because I want to keep the prices fair. It's because it's just been myself and we're scaling right now. So we're going to hold your hand. We're going to hold your hand for pretty much a whole year. So if you're interested in getting this membership, it's going to be a year's worth of getting Kendrick on the phone or someone on the phone whenever you need us. You know, we're going to be hiring customer service representatives all over the world that is going to be able to pick up the phone. If you have a problem, if you have a question and you really just need help, you're stuck on something and you don't know what to do. What's this bug that's on my leaves? Yikes, you know, or there was a storm, you know, maybe this 15K possibly helps to cover some sort of insurance if something happens to your farm, you know, and though these are some protections, you know, some protections that we're going to have in place, you know, so what if something comes by and eats all your trees? What if you have a deer or a rabbit or something that comes by, eats all your stuff? You know, are we going to force you to go buy, you know, 10,000 more seats from us? Maybe there's a discount with your membership because you've put down this 15K up front that helps you to be able to get some insurance with us. You know, we have the Moringa Growers Co-op insurance packet. Oh, there's so many things developing with this cooperative beyond myself. And it takes a team. And so I'm really glad that you're here watching and learning. If you would like to be a part of the team on much more of a higher level as a director, You know, we're seeking directors. Let me write this in another color. I love colors. Pink is my favorite color. All right. So we've got directors. Oh, no, this one's not working. I might as well throw that one away. Let's put the blue. We're seeking directors, managers. We're seeking committee leaders, Oh, we're seeking volunteers. Even if you just would like to volunteer with us, even coming in, or even writing blogs, or making videos, teaching, even on your own channel, you know, as a way to also help spread the word of the Moringa Growers Co-op. You could potentially do something like myself. You could monetize your YouTube channel, and just by making Moringa Growers Co-op videos, you could then make money by volunteering, but on your own channel. And we have affiliate links, so every time you make a video and you post the description in the description down below on your video of going that leads people back to the Moringa Growers Co-op, if they purchase from the Moringa Growers Co-op, then you get cashback rewards from that as well. So there's so many positions. We have affiliate opportunities. Everybody see this? Is this a little bit too far down? Oh, that's a little too far down. Affiliate opportunities. Sorry, I'm going super fast right now. I am pumped. This Moringa yerba mate got me going right now. Plus, I think just it's spring, it's live. I'm super excited that the trees are starting to come back from the wintertime. I'm going out in the field and I see tons of new greens. They're shiny too. Moringa greens are hydrophobic. They repel dirt and water on them. And that's why they're so clean and so good for you. They glisten in the sun. Okay, so possibly insurance covering this commercial membership opportunity. And so we would just kind of start you off on a small plot. But, you know, you may also need to build some sort of infrastructure on there. You might need the plans to build the infrastructure on there. So you're going to be getting design for your whole property. Say you need to build a greenhouse. Okay, we're going to get you the plans to help you build this greenhouse. All the things that are included in this membership packet, which we're going to be developing, and some of our future members are here watching, are going to help us get this out here so we have a better understanding, so that people on the team, so that people that are interested in joining us have a better understanding, and then how we can roll this program out. Okay, so that's what this question mostly was. What is it for? You know, what's the $15K for? And then how can it be paid? You know, potentially if you could take out a loan, or even with us, take out a loan with us. You know, so you could take a loan out with us where if we got you in, you have a 10-acre property and we start you with the 1K, the 15K loan essentially would cover, say, startup costs for these types of things. So that way we could help you get going, and then you can pay us back, potentially, with greens. With Moringa greens. We harvest the greens, we sell the greens for you, and then you can pay us back incrementally off the greens from your property. Yes. Yeah, so it not only has to come out of your pocket, we're trying to figure out the best way, the easiest way, the most fair way, and transparent way to get you started growing Moringa trees as fast as possible. Now, there's people hitting me up right now all over the world that already have USDA certified organic properties that are growing Moringa trees, and they want to supply the co-op. We actually got a call on Monday from someone asking for 1,000 kilos of powder. No, 2,000 pounds of powder. Someone called me and said, hey, can I get 2,000 pounds of powder? Are you kidding me? As a cooperative, we should already have these farmers around the world that already have USDA certified organic, so that way we can organize that purchase for the caller. Because this is the trouble. This is the trouble, is that, you know, we've got business owners. So we have an owner of a business, and he or she is having to make calls all the way out. You know, do you have this? Hey, do you have this? What price? What price? What price? So this owner, who is already super busy, already has so much on their mind. I already know. I know exactly how you're feeling. Oh man. Now their one supplier that they had for a year already now is done. For some reason, something happened. They're no longer able to supply them anymore. Shoot, now they have to go back to the list that they started with a year ago. And, you know, say they offer Moringa in their cafe, or say they offer Moringa at the market. You know, this is a business owner. This is a business owner, right? This is a Moringa business owner that is already selling. We're getting these calls. We just got a call from someone saying that they have a Moringa business. They need us to supply them with 25 kilos a month. The supplier that they had is no longer giving them either a good price or a good quality. This is another thing. These people are having to keep, hey, can you send me samples? I want to make sure that your quality is good. Because you never can really trust where your supply is coming from unless you're buying from the Moringa Growers Co-op. This is what we're going to ensure for you as a business owner that's wanting to purchase large amounts of powder, loose leaf capsules, tea. You're not having to call all these different places. You're not having to figure out from all these different farmers and all these language barriers and time that it takes for emails to get back, and then 3 to 4 weeks to 6 weeks for your product to arrive because it's coming from another country. We are this. The MGC is this for you. We get rid of all of that headache for you, because when you shop with the Moringa Growers Co-op in bulk and you're a business owner, we've already gone through the trouble of contacting all the farmers that are in the co-op as members. We already know that they have high quality. You don't have to guess. We already know that they have the highest quality. They've had to go through a rigorous testing process for them to even be considered a supplier of the co-op. And so we're making sure that when someone hits us up and they're asking for 25, 50, 100 kilos for their business, that we've already got a high quality commercial team of growers that's supplying it. Oh yes, we have 25 kilos of Moringa. Where would you like it from? Would you like it from Ethiopia? Would you like it from India? Would you like it from Mexico or Nicaragua? Wherever. It doesn't matter. Would you like it from California? Now, does it need to be USDA certified organic? Some buyers don't need it to be USDA certified organic. There are 1,000 more properties out here that are in the process of being certified organic, which, by the way, takes over 3 years of becoming certified. But during that whole entire time is still using and utilizing these certified practices. And so it can still be a certified Moringa Growers Co-op operation, but it may not be a USDA certified operation because it's a brand new operation and it takes time for that paperwork and money. USDA certified organic is not cheap. And so what happens with membership is that it may help cover the initial costs of helping you get certified. Yes, pretty much almost all locations, commercial locations, are going to be going through the certification process, the USDA certification process. So what does this 15K cover cost? It covers USDA initial testing, soil testing, but also the paperwork in order to fill out. So that way, once your test comes back and we know that your soil is good, we can then get you going. And essentially, we're going to assign you a an intern or a director or a member that's going to help you and walk you like a big brother, a big sister that's literally assigned to you, that's on call just for you. That way when you need us, this 15K is on call. Like, you're paying for the opportunity to know that someone, a person, is there to answer your call, answer your questions, concerns, and so you're reserving that with us for the first year of getting your property going. Okay? This is great. I'm feeling, this is why I do this. I do this so that way I can get it out, because it's been up in here for years and I don't know how to fully express it until these questions start coming out and I can get here live with you. So thanks for joining us. I got my moringa powder and my smoothie here. I love it. Moringa got me powered up. Now, there are some responsibilities in joining the co-op as a grower member, right? Responsibilities. Just like today, how you're joining us today, you're in this chapter meeting. This is a public live chapter meeting that everybody and anybody that can come in, but there's going to be some responsibilities that maybe once a month, there's a chapter meeting that's a private chapter meeting just with the owner members, either to get you caught up on events and vote. Most importantly, we have to vote on issues at hand. So a co-op is one of the only true democratic organizations to where every one person, one vote. There's no electoral college, there's none of that stuff. Did you know that the Electoral College was actually formed because of counting people like landowners versus slaves? It's a terrible system that we're going by right now, and I just wish that, I don't know too much about politics. I'm not here to talk about politics, but this is the main reason why I started the Moringa Growers Co-op, is because I learned about the Electoral College. I found out about how that really was, and if this really is a democratic system, why is there even an Electoral College? And so I started a cooperative that is a true democratic organization that I feel proud of, that I feel like I can actually be a part of. These are the politics that I love being a part of, not a part of the poly tricks that are going on out here. Okay? So you have some responsibilities to vote. Thanks, Leanne's asking these questions here today. If you have any questions, please go ahead and comment, like, and share this with your friends and family so that way you can get them in. If you know somebody that has land and they want to make some money with the co-op, you can start kicking back some money by the first year just by planting out your raised beds intensely. What does it mean by intensely? See this raised bed here? You want to grow intense. 1 foot apart. Grow 1 foot apart, just boop, 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 boop. Just like you would a lettuce, an arugula, a turnip, a radish. The moringa, by the way, is also known as the horseradish tree. And the root horseradish of the moringa tree, if it's under a year old, is highly, highly valuable and can be chopped and gingered. Mwah! Oh, it's so spicy, medicinal qualities out the roof. Just every part of the moringa tree is consumable. You may have heard a lot about the potential for moringa to pull up heavy metals. This is the reason why we do the soil testings on all the properties to make sure that it's safe before we even harvest. Okay? Man, I'm jumping around here. I'm gonna be able to clip this out, and we're gonna have all these questions and answers posted to the Moringa Growers Co-op YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet, we're trying to go 100. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers to the Moringa Growers Co-op YouTube channel. Please go over to there and subscribe to the channel. Once we get 1,000, we can go live on that channel and then I won't go live for the chapters on the Numa anymore. I'm just going to go live on the co-op channel. And then Numa is really going to start going to be able to focus on other plants and things like that I love growing, like pineapples and sugarcane and aloes and herbs. I'm an herbalist. I love growing herbs, and I haven't even been able to get the chance to talk to you about all the different kind of herbs that I love growing and using, because I really just want to focus on Moringa for right now. It's one of the best ways to build a niche market. And if you're trying to start your Moringa business and you're wondering, well, how do I do it? Where do I begin? And just talk Moringa 24/7 for like a year to 2 years, and you build an audience like myself. And that's how you get out there, especially in your local area. Okay? Someone, Leanne's asking the responsibilities. Once you've become a commercial grower, when are the meetings? Probably, there's going to be board meetings that you can join in on. Board meetings where you don't really talk. It's just about with the board members. You're just listening and hearing in on that. Those board meetings might happen maybe bi-weekly, but the chapter meetings for the members to be able to talk and speak and do things, and we have to kind of figure out the structure of that. Might happen maybe once a month. It might even happen once every other month. What's the percentage for the farmer? Okay, so she's asking, what is she going to make off of her greens, right? So I'll have a little space right here. Everybody can see this little space right here. So if you've got a kilo, let's go green. You know what I'm saying? Let's go green. Oh, the greenhouse is watering right now automatically. It's just doing its thing. I didn't have to get up and water. It's on a timer. I got the seeds going in there right now. You can see I got my little workstation right here. I'm planting seeds every day this time of year. Spring is in the air. So if you've got a kilo, right, we're going to do cost, right? So now we're trying to set a high bar with Moringa, because it's super valuable, and there needs to be a market, standard. It's like it needs to be backed by something, the value of it. I mean, it's a complete protein. It's got all 9 essential amino acids. It has got 9 other amino acids. It's got 48 antioxidants. It's nuts. It's just over the chart, tops everything else, any other plant that you can consume. And not only for humans, but for plants and for pets. This is a fodder food as well. So let's just say it's $100 for a kilo. And that's, say, retail. And that's just for one. Now, if someone is saying buying 50 kilos, of course, they're going to get a discount, right? And of course, if they're an affiliate with us, or if we're offering a special or a sale, of course, they're going to get a discount as well. So let's just stick with, say, $100 retail for a kilo. This is what the co-op could potentially sell it for, right? Typical business model is to double your money. If the co-op wants to also see a profit from that sale, we would have to buy that, not buy it, but we would be, there's a markup there. There's a markup there, whether it's 50% or 100% or 200% or 2%, is determined by what we put together as a team, what we vote on. So this isn't just set in stone right now. This is just my initial business, young business mind working and thinking and trying to work it through. There's a lot of financial advisors and planners and marketers and economics advisors, bookkeepers, treasurer, money people that are teaming up with us right now. They're coming in the room like, what? Moringa is a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. It's made $4 billion globally, and there's a moringa business that could potentially tap into that market, what if the Moringa Growers Co-op is a $1 billion idea and a $1 billion opportunity to be able to corner that market by what? By organizing all these farmers, creating a high standard for it, so that way when someone calls, they're not having to necessarily handle with 5, 6 different locations and farmers and countries and languages to figure out which one's the best one, which one's the best price, which one's the best quality. When you come to the co-op, you already know and trust that it is the best, because that's the only way we're going to put it out there for you. We've already established the standard, the protocol, the teachings, the trainings, and everything for these farmers to be able to produce it and give it to the co-op. Now, I say give it to the co-op, I mean, when an order comes in, it's going to come directly from that farm. We share the branding. That farmer is going to already have the packaging equipment and the way that we want it done. Not the way that they've been doing it, not the way that some people get it. They're going to be getting it in a congruent way, whether you're getting it from a farmer in India, or you're getting it from a farmer in Africa, or you're getting it from a farmer here, like myself, or even down the street from a residential or commercial grower. It's all going to look, feel, taste the same, because it's a high quality. Now, it might not taste the same because, of course, different locations. You might have, different variables there, environmental variables. They might have harvested it maybe in the morning and it tastes more sweet versus in the wintertime, maybe when it tastes more bitter, things like that. So, of course, there are going to be some variations in the taste, but the quality is going to be the highest. And we ensure that every customer that's buying in bulk doesn't need to worry about all that jibber jabber and doing this and doing that, finding this. That's why they're coming to us right now. So what I was saying is, oh, someone's coming through, someone's texting, okay. Because if someone's getting 50 kilos or 100 kilos, so someone's getting 1 kilo from the co-op, it might be $100, right? But if someone's getting, say, 1,000 kilos, of course we wouldn't charge them that same price. It's all congruent to, it's all proportional to the amount of moringa that someone's ordering or getting, right? So, say they're getting 50. This is what I'm answering right now, okay? Just to remind you, because I know I've been jumping around and I'm just going at it. What is the percentage of profit for the farmer? Not only is the farmer going to be getting kickbacks for being a member, right? At the end of the year, and dividends and things like that. But let's just say the farmer does everything right now. This is kind of what we've just kind of put on paper. It's not set in stone. But what if the farmer does everything? Right now, we're just kind of, because we want to make sure that we can keep the lights on. We want to make sure that even myself can stay fed and in business. I haven't even been making any money off this yet. Luckily, I have Numa, and I have the support of all of our customers that we've built up over the past 5 years, and they keep coming back. They keep coming back. I see the same names on the website, and I really appreciate everybody that's just keep coming back. You've been fueling this operation. I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I really, really appreciate you for supporting us and continuing to come back and supply yourself with moringa from us. So this is something that I wrote down about 2-3 years ago, and it still is kind of holding true right now just because of the cost. If you're a farmer, right, and you've got your greenhouse and you have your packaging facility, you've got your your building here, and you're packing and you're drying, and it's all certified. You've got the proper setup. We're going to give you $30 supposedly right now is the number. This is something that we've put on paper, and this is kind of like how we want people to kind of understand the breakdown. If you're doing everything and someone orders a kilo, but they ended up getting 50 kilos, and we dropped the price for them and we gave them a deal, you're going to see potentially $30 off of every single kilo. And so if someone orders 50 kilos, cha-ching, $30 a kilo, right back to you. Kickback, kickback, kickback. Now, if you have someone coming on your property to harvest, okay, so you have a harvest, and then we have the grower. Okay, so this is everything. This is packing and shipping. Because if someone gets an order, you're going to go ahead and fulfill it with the bags, with the labels. Everything's going to be provided for you. So that way you can pack it and ship it in this congruent standard form that we have as a co-op. It's gonna look the same if it's coming from Africa, India, California, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. It's all gonna look the same. It's gonna have the same Moringa Growers Co-op label on it. It's gonna have the same information. Now it might have specific information as to what farm it came from. So that way potentially that buyer could potentially buy from that farm, but we have to work out the contracts to see if that's even in the best interest of the farmer and also in the co-op. We want it to kind of be both. You know, we have to make sure that we're in line with that. I don't know. That's why I'm interested in building a team with like-minded people that have some information that I may not know about how cooperatives operate, etc. So if you're just the grower, and you have someone come on your property to harvest, hopefully everybody can see that. I know it might be down here a little bit low. You're going to get $10 for just being the grower. So you've got thousands of trees on your property, and you've got somebody coming in and they're harvesting it for you. You're going to get $10 off the kilo. The harvester is going to get $10 a kilo. But say that harvester doesn't have the facility to dry and package. They're going to go to a hub. You know, they're going to go to a hub. So say this is a grower. Say this is a grower. Say this is a grower. This is a grower. But you've got a hub like Numa right here, right? That I have a co-op membership with my business. And we're also a hub that has certified packaging facility on site. And so you've got a grower, and there's a hub centrally located around those growers. That way harvesters, and even myself, I would get paid $10 a kilo for going out and harvesting that farmer's greens. So I could not only go out and harvest, but then I can bring it back, and then I could earn $20 a kilo myself for being the harvester. So that harvester is going to get $10 a kilo. And then that packer and shipper also getting it out the door potentially is going to get $10 a kilo. It's quite a bit of labor. It's intense labor. You've got to dry it. You've got to sift it. And packing, you got to hire people to do these things, especially in the hundreds and hundreds of kilos like we have here. We have a few paid hourly workers that come in every week, and they're doing these things for us because it's a lot of work, right? So if you're the grower, you would get $10 a kilo. If you have someone coming on your property, the harvester, the grower affiliate would also get $10 a kilo. And then the packer and shipper would also get $10 a kilo that goes out the door. That's kind of like what we have down on paper right now. Oh, this is great. And that's pretty much what these questions were kind of going through. She was asking, what are the different plans that we have available? Right now we have residential and commercial plans that we're developing, both of these side by side. So if you just have a backyard and you're watching and you're sticking with us, thank you. This is going to be something of a different cost, of course, because you may only have 10 trees versus 10,000 trees. You know, so it's going to be indicative of the space, the size, the cost. It might just be $100. You know, if you've just got a single, if you've got a single piece of land, a little, you know, 50 by 100, not even an acre, right? If it's just an eighth of an acre, like a standard house is really on this size. So this is here, you know what I'm saying? So like for this 15K, this is for all of that stuff, you know, getting all of that established, irrigation, you know, there's so many things, the list goes on, that this 15K can cover. But for someone that's back here, you know, we're going to be able to put together a packet for you that's affordable. That way you can get started, even if it's just 3 trees. We just had a lady that ordered 3 trees. She's in an HOA, and she's like, hey, I got permission from my HOA. I just want to get three trees growing in my backyard, quarantined from all, you know, from everybody else. And so we're going to get her soil tested. We're going to get her trees out there. And she's going to be able to, not only if she, even if she just wants it to supply herself, you know, even if she just wants to supply herself, then that's okay too. She doesn't have to. You can be involved as much or as little as you want in this opportunity. So yeah, growers, harvest, process, powder. Okay, she's on it. She knows. And then when's the negotiated percentage distributed to the members? We're going to figure that out. Either it's once a month for dividends, or it's once a year for dividends. The kickbacks are going to come, I think, once we do the taxes, and we've got all the accountants working for us, making sure we've paid all of our taxes. Luckily, the commercial aspect of the company is a nonprofit wing of the company. That is a nonprofit sector of the Moringa Growers Co-op that then can get grants and things like that. So you get kickbacks even just for being a commercial grower. What's the difference in size? It's 2.5 acres. So if you're over 2.5 acres, and I know I said 1 acre, but if you have 8 acres, we might actually establish a 2.5 acre plot first. You know, just 2.5 acres, kind of like what we have here. Might establish this whole entire property first, or it's complete 2.5 acre property, and then we might just start on an acre, kind of like what we're doing here. So that's kind of like the determining factor between a commercial property and a residential property, is essentially 2.5 acres. And she says she understands the vision and they love the idea and just need more information before they can invest. And that's quite all right. I want you to take all the time that you can and that you need to learn this whole thing. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep getting better at making sure I get the point across that you can make some money growing moringa trees on your property, whether it's 1 tree, 3 trees, 30 trees, 3,000 trees, 30,000 trees. It's all scale, okay? And we can do it together because, you know, that's what it takes. It takes a community and it takes a cooperative. If you learned something today, please like this video. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the Moringa Growers Co-op YouTube channel. If you have any more questions anytime, just give me a ring, 813-690-6516. Give me a text, 813-567-3100. We're looking for multiple positions in the cooperative. We're looking for potential membership director and even membership committee and managers. We're looking for sales director and sales representatives, sales people. We're looking for accountants and bookkeepers. We need some help with bookkeeping and accounting. We're gonna have to keep track of all this money that's potentially coming in from the sales and where does it go, and also to help us with taxes and grants and liens and all these things, you know, certificates. So we're building up a team right now, and I love you guys for just joining and watching and consistently staying involved and learning about this with us. We have a directors meeting tomorrow, Monday, and so We're going to get together here with John. John's been watching. Thanks a lot, John, for staying in touch with us. We're going to get together with you, and we're going to go ahead and get you in the directors meeting. If you're interested in being a director, you can get in on the directors meeting. Just apply. Apply like John did. He sent us a wonderful CV resume, his past experiences. We even had some people applying from South Africa and all over the world. India. We had someone that applied for some positions in Pakistan, and someone applied for some positions in the Philippines. So wherever you are, if you'd like to join the co-op at any capacity, just send us some more information. Our email address is grow@Moringa Growers Co-op, no dashes or anything like that, .org. Okay? And that's our email. Very easy to see. It's on our website, moringagrowerscoop.org. You can sign up to become an affiliate grower. You can earn money, cash back right away, even just by getting in the affiliate program, which you can sign up at moringagrowerscoop.org. I know this was a lot. I'm going to piece this out so that way you can catch all these clips throughout the week. And I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of my afternoon. I'm going to relax. Relax and plant seeds. Much love, peace, prosperous growing. Until next time, I'll see you then. Take care.